to comment on slightly off topic, but Alan Wake's come up a few times, right? And I think it's like Alan Wake is one of those games that really tried to push some new innovations and some new space, but was also trying to do it at a AAA level. Right. So the possibility of getting new play styles and new innovations right on a big new AAA title is pretty hard, right? It's going to sell for full price, and people are going to judge it like, it should have been sequel number. Like, we look at racing games, or we look at fighting games, or we look at big brand sequels, and we know the game, and we expect that they should be doing it better right now. Grand Theft Auto 5, if you didn't do it Grand Theft Auto better than Grand Theft Auto 4, you fucked up, right? But you did, so we sense that logical progression. We want that logical increase in quality, but they've had many iterations to build upon it, right? And there's many other comparables out there to look at. When you do something like Alan Wake, you're really taking some chances. And I think, to a large degree, there's an element of the audience that appreciate it, but the rest are just like, well, this wasn't as good as the other one I played. And so that's what's continually sort of depreciating the risk-taking ability of the big publishers. And I think Alan Wake is kind of a good example. A lot of people loved what they did and what they were trying to do. But did it play as well as the fifth generation of a proven genre? No. And there's a reason for that, because it's hard to innovate.
I think one big irony with Alan Wake as well is it was originally exclusive to the Xbox 360 and Microsoft came up with all sorts of bullshit excuses as to why it couldn't be on PC. And when it eventually, some decision was finally made, someone got their head out their ass and put it on PC, and it became a pretty damn good success. I believe they made back all their sort of costs, certainly of porting it. And like it was just so much more successful on PC, where I guess that kind of risk-taking seems to be rewarded a lot more, and certainly people on Steam, maybe it goes back to that impulse buy thing. People are so much more willing to spend their money on Steam games because they're there, just so easily accessible.
They're very happy to give anything a try, and I'm so glad that I did that with Alan Wake. I gave it a try on a whim, and it's one of my regardless of all the problems, it's one of my favorite games of last generation.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. Myself as well. And I acknowledge that they didn't get it perfect, right? And I don't know how they could have in the